Good morning, guys. Good morning. What a wild day yesterday, and started out with Monday, of course. So I just have a few things to cover today, which we'll go over. But just some comments that I do want to make before I start. You know, usually we always say there's a Santa rally, but it's not there all the time. Just keep in mind, a lot of you guys are buying options, buying some big positions. You guys made a lot of gains. Yes, I understand. We all know who you are. We're very proud of you, but at the same time, protecting gains is the key. Sometimes mentally, when you make a lot of money, let's say for example, you start off with just an example. You start off with maybe $100, and or you start out with $10,000, and in your first month you end up doubling that money. But don't get into that habit where you think you're gonna double that money next month again. You take that 10K to 20K. Sometimes it's good to just sit on that 20K, protect gains, and go smaller, right? You're not gonna double your money every month. This is not a casino. The best of the best hedge funds out there, they're looking only for 20-25% per year returns. And here you're trying to double your money every month or every week. It's not gonna happen, right? Trust me, no matter who you are, if that's the mentality you're going in with, it's gonna be very hard. I mean, it can happen. I'm not saying it cannot, but for that, your focus has to be on a different level. Your technicals point to point, discipline, stop losses, all these things are very hard to do them, right? And being right all the time in the market is not an easy thing. That's why we say when you guys made a lot of gains the last 3 months, we kept repeating, admins kept repeating, protect your gains, protect your gains. Some of you guys, I already know, I can tell by the chat, that some of you guys, you did not protect your gains. I mean, you protected gains, but you did not protect the entire cup, like full. You gave some away. It didn't have to happen. So learn now, because in long term, it's going to help you a lot. You guys can trust me on this. Some of you guys are listening. I'll repeat again, protect your gains. The market here, nobody knows what's going to happen here. It can go up, down, sideways. We have no idea. All right. We can only be disciplined or cut down the sizes so that you're still profitable. End the year strong. All right. Now, guys, last noise, please. SPX here, we do have the FOMC of the Fed announcement today at 2 o'clock, right? And Thursday, tomorrow, we have a day off. And Friday is a short trading day, all right? And you don't have to trade this week. I mean, you guys can just relax, watch the market, and just take it easy, right? SPY, the only number that matters to me on SPY is $462.04, right? That's the low of 10th November. If we break this low, we're likely going to go visit all the way towards 453 in the coming weeks. Whether there are news or not, it's just going to happen. All right. And then certain news will come. People will think, oh, we went down because of the news. It's not because of the news. It's just technicals. It just needs to breathe, right? If we hold about yesterday's opening price, which was roughly 467.22, I think we continue staying up. Now we are opening low on pre-market. Can we recover, or do we visit lower, right, and leave a gap to the upside, which we maybe fill later on, right? And some gamma report numbers. So let's go over them. That's something that new we're starting to do, right? I hope you guys like this. It's gonna help you, a lot of you guys, on this. Now, ES, I think I have some numbers. So the numbers are the same here, right? The only thing that changed here, resistance is 4,700, support is 4,670, and then we have the overnight low of, I don't know the low, but we do have the overnight high of, so overnight high was 4,691, right? They're not even letting it go to 4,700, and the expected volatility, and the low was 4,667. The low was 4,667. All right, and the volume trigger is right here. 4,670 is also a volume trigger. What does that mean when we say volume trigger? You guys read the gamma report, or when Goldman Sachs writes a thesis. This basically means when the support breaks, right? When the support breaks, and if there's nothing, so let me show you guys an example, right? That's where the volatility kicks in, right? When the key support level is broken, oh no, where am I? So here we go. There's a 5-minute chart. When the key support level is broken or something breaks, there's a huge volatility, like something like this happens here. For now, we're holding support. When the key support is broken, you see 4,670, oh perfect, so 4,670 right here. So this is 4,670 area zone, and as soon as it's broken, they're not able to take it. It's a fast move down, all right? It's a very fast move down. So the same thing can happen here. If 4,670 is broken, which is already actually underneath it, and you guys can see, and if it stays below it, right in the morning, you guys might see some big red in SPY, all right? Unless they reverse it here, because this is also a support zone. All right, and then the next lower number, if you guys want more details, go into our channel SPX Futures. There's a whole analysis thesis written on it, level to level by Goldman Sachs, and it's available every morning to you guys. All right, and so FOMC at 2 o'clock. Qs, same thing. I'll just go over the daily chart. Similar action. We have the rising yields where the rates are high, and which is not usually good for tech. And we might see lower if that continues to happen. And who knows, maybe we gap down lower today and we recover all the way towards the highs. Because usually end of the Thanksgiving week, usually it's a strong ending, right? So that's the trend, but obviously we could be wrong, okay? And so Qs, as long as they hold above this support near 390-ish, and we need above 400 for a continued uptrend. Until then, 390 hold is a must. If we break below 390, expect 380. And even though, now see, here's one thing that you guys need to ask yourselves. Qs and SPYs, they're near all-time highs. They're near all-time highs, right? But some of you guys, let's say for example, you made a lot of money on your accounts. You guys were also at all-time highs, but how much are you off by? Are you also off by 2-3%, or are you off by 20, 30, 40%? If that's the case, then that's not good, right? Because options, they can break you or make you. But if you're disciplined, you guys can save all your gains and make as much money you guys want in this market. But discipline is obviously a must. Now, some things that I do want to go over. Earnings. We have Gap. Down huge pre-market. So comments matter the most. More than the earnings numbers, I think what investors are looking for this year that we learned is the comments. So what the CEO says or the comments that are made are very, they can make your stock move, right? So their full year forecast is down. So they said they're lowering their forecast. That's the most negative thing can happen. And the shipping costs are rising. So their shipping costs are really high, and the profits are not how they used to be. So that's one thing. And Gap has basically taken over the, so let's just go on a long-term chart. Some of you guys were saying yesterday going all in, and right away, we made the comment to be careful, right? This is not a casino if you're going all in. I don't know if you were going all in on a put side, upside, I have no idea, but that's not how you trade. And please don't make those comments in the group that you're going all in. We don't want them, not even as a joke. Doesn't matter who you are, right? That's not what we teach here. Gap right now is approaching this zone right here. There's a very strong support in this zone, but here I would personally not touch it because it's probably going to base here for the next 5 to 6 weeks. So those playing GPS, it's a slow mover anyways, right? So not something big on options, but personally I will just avoid. It's in this dead zone now. Just avoid until it settles. And if you find a bottom here, if you like this company, and if you're a fan of Kanye, maybe I don't know, you listen to songs, then maybe I'd play to the upside later on in a few weeks. But for now, it's weak, and this can go much lower. All right, and then we have JWN, Nordstrom, same thing. Their labor costs are high. They have their inventory issues, and they're short on apparel where the demand is, right? So something to do with some woman, the products and services they need, they don't have the supply for it. Again, shipping costs or supply chain constraints, whatever you want to call it, and they're also down on them because they don't have the products to give which are in demand, right? So what does that suggest? That the forecast is going to be low. Now the guidance is going to be low, and this stock also is near support level, right, in pre-market. Avoid for 4 to 6 weeks. A lot of you guys play JWN, I know, but just be careful with this stock. A stock that can go from $13 to $42 in a couple of months. It can also come down as fast also. All right, some of you guys might have been long JWN. That's why we say earnings are a gamble. Anything can happen, especially given this time of the economy, where we have inflation issues and all these things. Any comment can be very sensitive. So all these CEOs, people that are representing their company for their earnings, your comments matter a lot, and they're very sensitive in this, these earnings. Even next earnings, CEOs will have to be very careful with what they say. DE, good earnings. Now the comments made from them. See the comments I'm going over because that's what's moving the stock, right? They beat their earnings per share. They missed their revenue by a little, even though they're still green pre-market. But here's what they said. They said they have a solid demand for their products and services, right? And it's available for their clients. All right. So the comments matter. I think that's the reason it's up. It's consolidating. Deer, I will give you guys a number to keep an eye on. Above this can definitely go, right? Let's see. High. Okay. This just needs a solid hold above 365, and this likely sees towards 390 and 400 in the coming weeks. All right, their comments are great. Obviously, if the market is weak and everything dumps, then this can obviously consolidate or go lower based on the indexes. But keep an eye on this stock. If it continues holding above 365, this can continue running towards 390 and 400. This is one of those stocks. All right, a beautiful long-term uptrend, and I think this can go a lot higher. Okay, because this stock, all the gains it had from last year, from May to the highs, it did not have a big volatility to the downside. It stayed stable, right? It stayed stable, it consolidated, right? And now great earnings, great comments. This can definitely go in the coming months. Dell, I love this company just because I used their products a lot when I was growing up, when I was in IT in my school. I used all their products, and I think very good quality, right? And them also, they beat their earnings per share, they beat their revenue, and they have strong demand. So their demand is strong. Their comments were for their computers and servers, the demand is through the roof, and they're doing great with it. And this is also holding well pre-market. The only thing is, it's in this little consolidation phase, and as we know, yields are rising. Tech is a little weak right now. I mean, even though it's near all-time highs, if Qs can go and if tech can go, then Dell obviously added strength, and above this level of 57, 58, this can probably make a move above 57, 58. This can probably make a move towards 65. If I was to play Dell, I would personally buy time for at least 2023 or so, because I can get the options much cheaper. So keep an eye on Dell. Not a fast mover, but good comments. One play that I want you guys to keep an eye on, CVX. I was reading up this morning. It's on a breakout monthly. Was looking at the chart. CVX, guys, RBC Capital Markets have given them an outperform rating, and the energy sector can get going, right? As we know, CVX is one chart you want to keep an eye out on. If it continues holding above 116, our next number we have is 122. So I'll just give you guys some levels here. It's right here, which is roughly 122, and then we have 127.60, 127.60, right? And then if we go on the monthly chart, this can get going. This can break out of this entire zone so fast. So this is something that I would personally go long on. So keep an eye on CVX, and once it's through these levels, I would go long 150, 160 calls, maybe 2023. And if it breaks out of this zone, there will be a big fast move, and you guys can make a lot of money on it. And I would keep a tight stop loss on it, like maybe 10%, and then just wait until it breaks out. All right. So keep the ratio in your favor if it does break out on CVX. Then we have Tesla. Elon Musk sold more shares, and on the monthly is forming a very deadly candle. If it goes like this is likely going to be a top for many, many months. And look how beautiful this range is that we drew on the daily. Give this range to you guys. This range was drawn when Tesla was trading here on 8th November, right? This range was given to you that this is likely what's going to happen. Sometimes technicals, I mean, they can do good, and that's exactly what's been happening here. And this 1070 range, if you remember, comments were made long time ago that this is going to be a magnet floor, right? This was going to be a magnet floor. The reason why, when a stock breaks out, and where it took a break here, it did not fail. Here, they took a break. Tesla took a break here, it formed a magnet level. Had it failed here and came down, then this would have been a magnet floor around here, okay? But then it broke through this floor, this area, went all the way here, and this was like a rest area, like a break, which it was going to come visit next time no matter what, because a lot of supply and demand, a lot of argument was happening here in the way you can call it. All right, and that's exactly what happened. 1070 was a must visit. I told you guys here. I did not know I was going to be right, but just something that I knew should happen based on my experience, and that's exactly what's happening. And we're back to 1070 here again. All right, and again, we might break down. We might visit 1900 in the coming week or two. We'll probably come back and visit 1070 again. So 1070 is a dance around level on Tesla. All right, here it's going to be very hard to play. If you're trying to play Tesla to the upside or downside, just be careful. It can do anything. It's very unpredictable. Personally, I think we see downside, and this gap will be filled. Personally, that's what I see, that this gap will be filled on Tesla, which is also near the 50 DMA. They'll poke it below the 50 DMA, set this gap up, and probably go sideways here again. All right. So Tesla is very hard to play. Just keep an eye on this name. For me, if I was to play Tesla, the best way to play Tesla is collect premium as much as you can. All right. So no need to rush into anything. Just collect premium as much as you can. You can play bear spreads on it, you can play butterflies on it, you can do iron condors on it, you can do diagonal calendars on it. Anything, strategies will work the best on Tesla right now because the premiums are jacked. All right. The only time we'll see upside on Tesla is above 1200. Amazon. So yesterday we had this nice little retest, a nice poke above. The question is, do we hold? Because the yields are high, rising rates. If tech does not bounce today, if Amazon does not go, can it just hold in this zone right here? If it flushes from yesterday's lows, then we have nothing until like Goldman Sachs is close to 3400 or 3370, right? It might come and retest the 50 DMA, so that's something that you want to keep an eye out on for, right? But personally, if we do go green on Amazon today and they hold, then this is likely, this was a retest and we likely see higher. The premiums are jacked on Amazon also. The best way to play Amazon would be something like this. You guys all know these strategies. Pick a range on it to the top side. We play butterfly calls. We all know what butterfly calls are, right? I'll just go over for some of you, our new viewers that are in. It's basically when you buy one contract of call to the upside, and then you sell two contracts midpoint, and then you buy one contract to the upper side of both. All right, we can do a session on this live today in the group if you guys want, in intraday, right? So if Amazon breaks here, for example, if Amazon does break above 3600, 3620 today, and then Friday we close strong, and you want to play Amazon to the upside, 3800 is a psychological level, then we go to 3900, and then 4000. We can work to some Fibonacci levels on this, and I can give you guys this, give you guys a spread on this, right? Instead of paying $30, $40 per contract or $50 per contract, our butterflies, we can buy them like at $1.50. And you guys all know how much percentage gains we hit on those. 500,000 is normal when we do it, right? So that's something, keep an eye on that for the play. I promise you guys there will be a play that's gonna come on for small counts. Be patient, but let's not get stuck in this chop, all right? We gotta be smarter than the market makers. Patience will win. Wait for the right entry and the right setup. No need to rush into it. Google, we had a clear top near 3000. The best way to play Google here was, I was too busy with Amazon, but something that I would have done was bear call spreads. You guys all know what bear call spreads are. I'll just type that out for you guys as well. Bear call spreads. So Google was trading near 3000, gave us a clear indication that 3000 psychological level was going to be hard. We could have easily sold a $3,000 call and bought a 3050 call for protection. We could have easily collected $20 plus premium on this. All this $20, you don't even have to give out of your pocket, you keep it. As long as you have $30 a reserve, you get to keep this $20 premium. Google, even it goes sideways, it goes near, it stays near 3000, you make this entire premium, it's all yours, right? So, and we're very successful with bear call spreads when we do them. So keep an eye out for some. If tech does fail, we're probably going to sell a lot of premium here and just sit and keep them money. Any requests that I have? Walmart, South Kanga, we'll go over Walmart. Walmart, the only number that you need to know on Walmart, it should be written here, 154. I'm not gonna go over nothing. 154, set your alerts. It'll give you a move to 160. I've done too much research on this. I've been waiting for many months. Patience is key here. Walmart gets 154. The day Walmart gets 154, you have a $6 trade on your hands. All right, 154, set your alert and forget it. And we have Disney, somebody was asking. Disney, a lot of weakness, guys, broke out the support. And I do see 130, 135 coming on Disney, right? I do see 135, 130 coming on Disney, one way or the other. Maybe we bounce back towards 155 and then flush, or maybe we just come lower with if the market is weak, all right? Personally, Disney, I would not play here. It's in no man's land. It can go up or down, kill you both ways, and base here. So Disney, wait until 160. If we get 160, we'll play to the upside. Otherwise, ignore until you get 135, 130. If you try playing between here, you deserve to lose your money to the market makers. And it's that 9:20, guys. I'll see you guys back in the chat. Any requests, or we'll go over live on the voice chat. Manage your accounts. No need to rush. We don't need to trade every day. Great trades in the last few months, right? And stay humble, stay blessed. See you guys back in the chat.